Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that money has never been invented. No dollars, no coins, no bank cards, no Bitcoin.
You walk into a village, point at a piece of meat, and ask, "How much?" The hunter looks at you. He doesn't understand the question.
Because before money existed, there was no universal number telling people what something was worth. So, how did humans get what they needed? And here's the strange part. The first economy probably didn't begin with money at all.
It began with a problem. I have something you want, but do you have something I want?
Picture two prehistoric hunters. Hunter 1 has meat. Hunter 2 has animal skins. Hunter 1 is freezing. Hunter 2 is hungry. Perfect. They trade.
One piece of meat for one animal skin. Everyone wins.
Until the next morning. Hunter 1 has meat. But this time, the other man doesn't want meat. He wants a sharp stone.
And the man with the stone doesn't want meat either. He wants firewood. Now the beautiful little prehistoric economy has a problem.
Because trade only works when both people want what the other person has. Economists call this the double coincidence of wants.
Imagine trying to buy a pizza today by carrying a chicken around the city, hoping the pizza guy happens to want a chicken. So prehistoric humans had to become creative. Maybe you don't trade directly. You give meat to the stonemaker. He gives you a tool.
Later, you use that tool to get skins. It works.
But notice what just happened. The tool wasn't only useful because you could use it. It was useful because other people believed someone else would accept it.
And humans discovered something even more powerful. You didn't always have to pay immediately. You could promise to return something later. Imagine a harsh winter. Your family has no food. Another family has extra grain.
They give you enough to survive, but you promise, when the harvest comes, I'll give you twice as much.
No coins, no bank, no contract, just a promise. Congratulations, you have just entered the world of debt. But debt changes everything. What happens if the harvest fails? You still owe the debt.
And what happens if you can't pay? Now the person who owns the food has power over you. Now, the economy isn't just about food. It's about who controls resources. A piece of meat might be extremely valuable when everyone is hungry, and almost worthless when the hunters have just returned with a huge kill. This reveals one of the most important ideas in economics. Value isn't always inside the object. Value can come from scarcity, usefulness, timing, and demand. And humans slowly discovered that some things were easier to trade than others.
If everyone agrees that something is easy to carry, hard to find, and widely accepted, it can become money-like. Now you don't need to find the perfect trading partner. You only need to find someone willing to accept the thing everyone trusts.
Money wasn't magic. It solved a problem. It made exchanging value easier. And eventually, villages became towns. Towns became cities. Markets expanded. But here's the part people often miss. Money didn't create value. Humans created value first.
A hunter caught food. A farmer grew crops. A craftsman made tools. A trader moved goods from one place to another. Money simply gave people a way to represent and exchange that value.
Thousands of years later, the objects changed. The caves disappeared. The markets became digital. But the fundamental question never changed. What do you have that someone else is willing to pay for? And that question may be the oldest economic question humans have ever asked.